Okay, so here's a problem with this font. It's called Black Spirit. It's a pretty cool font. Little cursive. But whenever you try and press the W to do the outline, it doesn't outline everything. You can change this, try and get it to do that. Maybe if you're around the corners, it's not going to happen. It doesn't want to outline this part here. So we're just going to break that apart and delete the outline. If you come over here, and then if you right click on it to put an outline around it versus contouring it, I was calling it incorrectly there. You can come over here to the text properties, change this to that. Now you can see it's like in front of it. If we click on this dots, it goes to the outline settings. So here, you change the width and all that, but we want it to be behind the fill. And we also will do scale with objects, so if you make it bigger or smaller, the size of the outline scales with it, meaning it'll get bigger or it'll get smaller depending on the size you make it. The other thing we can do is we'll change this to 10. We'll make it rounded caps and whatnot. We'll say OK. So see, that gives us that. If you don't like the size of it, there we go. Maybe make it a little bigger. And that's the way I found to make the workaround to get it to outline. Now if you wanted that black to be something separate, see, it's just the text it has down here in the bottom. It's the, you can change the color. This is your fill color, and this is your outline color over here. Typically I don't use the outline. Like I said, to change the color, you right click on this up here instead of left clicking. I try not to use outlines though, but in this case we had to. But let's say we wanted to put a drop shadow on that, there's no good way to get the outline separate from the fill color. Except up here, this tool here, convert outline to object. If you click that, now that is its separate thing. Now the only thing is it's not outside of there. So I used the shape tool to see that after I clicked on this. So use this to select it. Use this to change to the shape tool. You can see all this going on here. And to illustrate what's going on, we'll copy that and paste it in front. See, that's really what that is. Which, if we're just doing a drop shadow, and we keep all that hidden, you'll never see that stuff that's missing. So we can just do that. Something like that. There it is. Another cool trick. So let's say we're going to copy this and we're going to paste it. We'll make it a different color. Now let's paste it again and make that a different color. We can move that over here. Oop, undo. Paste it again. So you can see we got a blue one and a yellow one and the original red one. If we take the yellow one now, move it over. Okay. Now if we say the blue, which is the back, and the yellow, which is the front, and we select them both, we got to convert them to curves. Then that gives us the option here to do, this is back minus front. So that gives us like an inside shadow to the text. We can change that to a different color, gray or something, kind of add a little flair to it. So now if we take, we'll ungroup this. Hemi Head, which you picked, that's a cool font. I like it. It works good. We'll group this, select them all, G to group them, W, we'll see what this does. Give us a little outline here. Man, it's really, didn't like the text on casing, putting contours around it. I keep saying outline it because that's what it is, but we're really not outlining. See, these have no outline color to them. So we'll just break that apart. Now see, it created that separate from it. If we take this and keep it as a group, and then you can do the shift key plus page down. Oh man, it's making a liar out of me. Shift page down. There, that moved it to the back of that. Or you can press shift page up and it moves it in front of all of those within the group itself. Shift page down. There you go. If you want to, you could rename this. Right click, rename, case on wood, if that helps to keep it more organized for you. And I'm just going to take that, put it over here, shift and click, 1 equals 2. We'll get rid of that one you started with, was fine. I used the same thing, just dressed it up a little bit. So that's kind of on that. Actually, in this case, it's white anyway, so we can just take this and say no fill color, and there it's not interfering with it. There's a little there, but you'll never notice. Same thing over here. Copy, paste, flip it horizontal. We'll shift and drag it over here, and then do this reverse tool up top, and we'll maybe move it down a little bit. Good enough. Copy it, paste it. We'll take it. You had the right idea, putting it on an angle there. Do something like this, make it a little smaller. Oh, and then see, we changed that white outline. That's still there, it just doesn't have any color to it. So you click on it within there, there it is. Bang. Copy it, paste it, flip it, whoop, paste it, flip it, drag it over here, do our little reverse tool. Good enough, it's cut off a little bit. That'll be okay. Save. Looks good to me. This piece here on these apexes is just a duplicate of this piece here. I'm actually going to go, when I send this to them, I'll just get rid of this. That'll confuse them. Yeah, good enough. Thank you. Good job.